Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 3929. Today's date is March 8, 2026. It's been almost like a night at 9:49 p.m. All right. Are you hearing something like some sort of like a sparkles and things and that firecracker? Well, this is actually happened is because of that कि today India win the T20 World Cup match. Okay. And just now, just like I just watched the match, we win the match. It felt really good. Things and that and that. I never really been talk about a kind of like a something like a cricket. Like I never really I never really kind of like a fan of like a cricket that much. Okay, yeah. But today was a kind of like a special. Okay, yeah. By the way, match was a bit boring. Okay, yeah. Like basically it's this thing now from almost like a last 5 over, we just kind of like a waiting for win because we already won. Okay. But we win the World Cup. It's really good. I'm gonna talk about a kind of like a something. I don't know why, but I just kind of like a feel like that na ki. Okay, yeah. Like feel like that means what? Like basically this thing, it's a sport. Winning and losing is always been part of the game and things and that and that. But I think that na ki like a cricket is a, I don't know how I supposed to explain. It's a kind of like a only patriotism. Like I'm from India. I like when some sort of sports we kind of like establish some sort of kind of like a milestone. Obviously, I feel really good. Okay, yeah. It kind of like adds some sort of amount of value in me. Okay, and not just me. Like basically every Indian or every person. Why does kind of like so many people are kind of like assembly firing a lot of crackers and things and that and that. Why there are kind of like assembly millions of people are kind of like seeing the match. Almost like a maybe like I'm pretty much sure almost like 80% of entire population might gonna watching this match. 80% of the population, and by the way, we are the world most populated country in the world. Almost like a like 1 billion people are kind of like only watching this event match, and it's kind of like a very crazy thing, dude. It's like one of the really great. Sometimes na like some sort of event are actually happen. I don't know. Right now, I'm not really kind of like only focusing on recording artifact. I'm kind of like only focusing on kind of like some sort of speech and things like that. Like I'm kind of like a feeling right now that I'm kind of like I'm not recording artifact. Like kind of like I'm kind of like giving the speech, probably. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is this thing, na. I'm living in India. India is very diverse country, and like there are so much difference in between us, so much. The way that we talk, the way that we live, the way that our culture. Like even if you're across 100 kilometer away from every position on this country, you might see in a kind of like a different languages, different people, different culture, and this is what it is. But there is a kind of like only one thing that kind of like a bit more common in India, and that is common means like that na ki like okay, let me tell you one thing na, like biggest basically is this thing na, I'm from India, we are kind of like a very much diverse country, every person has a kind of like a different opinion and values and things and that. But there is a kind of like a tiny moment are actually came that entire country are kind of like a somebody became one, and that event, that moment is cricket. I think, yeah. Like there are so many things, by the way, like a culture, festivals, and things and that. But still, is this thing that key because of culture are kind of like a bit more diverse. Like if I'm gonna say, is this thing Diwali is a kind of like a festival that celebrate all over the India? That is true, but that is somewhat something true, somewhat something not true, because it's a very kind of like a like a very different opinion. But the sports, specifically cricket, is a kind of like a one thing that even if you are not kind of like following, but India win a World Cup match, every Indian, even if you don't really watch any kind of like a cricket, might feel kind of like a really good, might feel kind of like a feel like that ki yes, like a we are united, like we've been one, like it kind of like a feel like proud, like I don't know how do I supposed to explain this thing. It just kind of like we became one, and I think cricket is one of them. But it is also not right too. Why it's not right? Because all the kind of like attention goes to the cricket, and rest of the sports are kind of like somebody just doesn't really mention at all. Like yeah, cricket is really good, cricket is really great, yes, but other sports, what about other sports like Olympic, other things? Yeah, these are kind of like a things that we just not really celebrate that much, or maybe we celebrate but still I don't know, I'm not really sure about anything at all. Sometimes I just kind of like a thing that probably is this thing we should supposed to be open up, we should supposed to be acceptance of the kind of like some other sports and things like that, like a hockey or football or badminton or any kind of like a stuff. But still is this thing that most of the India is kind of like a celebrate cricket, so yeah, it's a cricket. Yeah. Whatever. It's a kind of like a day for cricket. Okay, yeah. And I'm really much proud to kind of like say that we win the World Cup. Okay, yeah. That felt really good. Okay, yeah. So I'm kind of right now, I don't know why I'm kind of like somebody kind of like a feeling like a speech kind of like somebody like right now I'm kind of like a bit more fumbling at the moment. I'm not really sure why, because of that kind of like somebody is this thing that like feeling like I'm kind of like giving a speech. Like I'm recording artifact, but I'm kind of like a feel like speech. Like this actually happened is because of that, like all this while I'm kind of like somebody watching the cricket match, and right now I'm just kind of like yeah. Do I want to stop recording artifact? No, I just want to talk. Yeah, just talk a little bit. Okay, yeah. Now today I will not gonna ask question. I will gonna kind of like talk about what is actually my relationship with cricket. Okay, yeah. I am not really that person to watch cricket that much. Why? I don't know. Like literally just like that, like cricket is a kind of like a thing. I watch cricket. It's not really that I don't really watch cricket. I watch cricket at very kind of like something very like a important time. Like right now, World Cup. Okay, yeah. Because today is a World Cup, and I thought that let's spend to watch time to watch this match. Okay, yeah. So I kind of like started watching this World Cup. Okay. So why why am I not really that much cricket person? I don't know. Okay, yeah. Like I don't really have any kind of like a reason that why I don't like cricket match. I like cricket match, but I like playing cricket match instead of kind of like somebody watching. But I'm not really sure. I'm not really that cricket person. Okay, but I kind of like somebody watch a very important kind of like important matches like World Cup and things like that. I watch that. Yeah. Another thing is that IPL IPL Indian Premier League IPL. Okay, yeah. IPL is a kind of like somebody. It's also a cricket, but it's not a kind of like somebody specific type of kind of like somebody like a Indian context point. It's a kind of like a thing that a particular kind of like a match, like right now the World Cup is actually happened, means like that India versus New Zealand. Okay, yeah. But in the IPL, it's a kind of like a thing is that ki Mumbai Indian versus Rajasthan Royal. And when this actually happened, I was kind of like a very much confused that ki, who do I supposed to be cheer? Because I am not really kind of like a somebody like a choose the side, like a which side am I on? Am I side to Delhi or Mumbai or RCB or what? I am not really sure about that because it was kind of like a very much confusing to me to watch IPL. That's why I didn't really watch that much IPL. I never really watched IPL. Yeah. By the way, there are like tons of millions of people are kind of like watch IPL too. But I don't know because it's very much confusing to who do I supposed to choose which team. That's the kind of like a bit more confusing. Okay, yeah. Uh, Another thing is that he, I don't know why I just kind of like feel like giving the speech. I shouldn't. So I just wanted to kind of like quit. I shouldn't supposed to record artifact at the moment. Right now, I'm not in that particular zone. All right. So this is it, and thank you.